What is going on, guys? Zip of RageQuitTV casting the second game between Stephano and EG.IdrA. Even though it's the second game, this is just ladder play. They have played each other at least twice over in Korea, as both players do live in Korea now. Well, Stephano, he has moved back to Europe, actually France probably, but EG.IdrA still staying out in Korea as he is in Code S. Stephano does spawn in the 6 o'clock position. EG.IdrA spawns in the 9 o'clock position, which means they are close by air positions. And in ZVZ, when it comes to macro players like EG.IdrA and Stephano, I have never seen either of these players cheese. Well, EG.IdrA I've actually seen cheese like once or twice, just because it was against someone like Deezer that he didn't want to play against at all. But both these players known for their macro play, so I am guessing they will be both going for a hatch first build, as that is safe on close positions because, well, you can overload into your opponent's space very early, so you can see if they're going to be going for an 8 or 9 pool. Of course, if they're going for an 8 or 9 pool, you throw down like a 12 or 13 pool and just counter it hard, and, well, whoever threw down the 8 pool is going to be very sad as they just lost the game. EG.IdrA now going to be making his way into Stephano, and he will be seeing that drone very soon, and we'll get the count on. No, okay. It's not an early pool, and Stephano gonna be doing the same. Stephano's overload actually looks like it is a little bit faster than EG.IdrA's, as EG.IdrA's now just approaching the hatch, but he kind of makes a turn. Stephano's goes straight for the gold and does see that one base. I guess I can't make that straight for the gold joke because, well, there are gold bases on this map. It is ladder, it's not GSL, so yes, gold bases on both maps. Both players gonna be going for hatch first. EG.IdrA gonna go for a 15 hatch. As you do see, he has 2 drones in production. Stephano gonna be going for a 16 hatch. Only has 1 drone in production, so it will be evening out very soon. Both players will have 16 drones right now. 15, 16 hatch, which is better? I don't know. Stephano, though, gonna be going for the pool right after the hatch, while EG.IdrA is gonna be going for the gas. And again, this is not gonna change too much, as Stephano gets the gas very quickly right after that pool. It looks like Stephano will just be about 20 gas behind. His queens will be like 5 to 10 seconds ahead of EG.IdrA's. Again, not a big deal at all. Very similar builds, despite the build order being slightly different. But it's close enough where if EG.IdrA gets speed, it'll be very hard for him to capitalize on it because Stephano will only be, let's see, this gas is going to be mining. We'll go at the 20 gas and switch over to EG.IdrA. 20, and EG.IdrA has 60, so yeah, Stephano just 20 gas behind. I mean, that is so small. Let's just see how long it takes to mine 20 gas. Once we get to 50, there we go. So just look, wait for this to get to 2430. Actually, now, 357. When it gets to 2420, there. So 8 seconds. 8 seconds. Stephano's speed should finish after EG.IdrA's. That is not a big deal at all, unless EG.IdrA tries to go for some crazy all-ins with Banelings, but I don't even see that happening. Very similar builds out of both players. ZVZ, just a game of drone chicken right now. Stephano does have 22, but EG.IdrA has more drones in production, so they will be bouncing back and forth all game, and probably staying right about even. EG.IdrA going to be sending out 2 Lings to scout, and he gets Lings before Stephano. Stephano does see that with his one overload right here. The overload spread very similar between the two players. EG.IdrA has an overload right outside this base and then going up the line, and Stephano has the same thing. This one overload, though, is venturing off to the other side and maybe just going to sit right on the watchtower, see when EG.IdrA does take that and just hold control. Stephano doing his normal thing by just leaving 2 queens on the ramp. EG.IdrA going to do a run by. Stephano does save that one drone by getting the extractor. There goes a Zerling death. Stephano loses absolutely 0 drones. The queen is making her way back to go inject, and isn't too late, only like 3 energy, which is not a big deal at all. EG.IdrA, though, does not favor those queen walls, and Stephano just looks like he has a much more solid opener, just because, well, he does do that queen wall when he doesn't know exactly what EG.IdrA is up to. While EG.IdrA, he likes to play it hard and he likes to play it rough. He goes very gritty with some of his macros sometimes, and EG.IdrA is known for just how solid his mechanics are, but how bad his decision-making can be at times. And again, just like last game, EG.IdrA has a decent overload spread. Nothing extraordinary, but going over to Stephano, he has such great overload spread. He is going to the other side, and EG.IdrA looks like he will be losing 1 overload, but Stephano wants to run into EG.IdRA's base. EG.IdrA not building another, but just getting 16 Lings right now. It looks like a few drones before go. Baneling's moving to try to deal with his Lings. The Lings do get out and kills 2 workers. Not a big deal at all. How many Lings did he lose? EG.IdrA losing a lot more than Stephano there, but 150 minerals isn't going to make that big of a deal. EG.IdrA does have a lot of lings. Going to be putting on the pressure, but Stephano does have banelings. And going to be morphing some on the ramp. Stephano not even concerned to bring his other queen over to wall that one ramp. And Stephano kind of gets a wall of banelings. And that is one scary wall that the lings do not want to attempt. EG.IdrA spraying up his banelings, but attacking banelings in this cocoon form. Not the smartest idea in the world, because it takes 3 banelings to kill a baneling in its cocoon form. And also, when a baneling morphs, same with an Overseer and Broodlord, they go back to full HP. So that one baneling hit didn't really do any damage, so EG.IdrA just threw away one baneling. Stephano going to be taking his 3rd base before EG.IdrA, but EG.IdrA going to be taking that right around the same time. EG.IdrA going to be running in these lings, but again, Stephano does know everything because he has the Overlord spread not only on the path, but also on the other side. And that is definitely crucial. EG.IdrA going to be attacking one baneling. The queen is coming to defend, and the ling's actually going to go on to the queen. He could have killed that one baneling, but just chose not to. Now another ling is going. EG.IdRA's going to be trying to take out this one hash, but has to retreat. 2 lings going to be getting caught right there, and EG.IdrA going to be pulling back, but he does have 2 banelings morphing in right here. Stephano's going to be running away. Kills 4 lings with just 2 banelings, and maybe that was 5 or 6. Still doesn't really look like it was worth it, in my opinion. And both these players going to the energy on the queen. 15, 14, 4. Oh my god, EG.IdrA missed an inject right there. 15. So EG.IdrA actually missing an inject with the one queen right here. Maybe that was when the lings came and did the run by. He pulled it to the ramp possibly to protect that. EG.IdrA now going to go in for another counterattack, but not a counterattack, just trying to run by. But Stephano, again, does have the overlords. He knows this is coming, has units in place right here, just hiding on the edge, hoping EG.IdrA does move out. Stephano going to be sending out 2 lings. No one trying to control this one watchtower. And now 4 lings for EG.IdrA going to be dealing with those 2 lings. And the baneling just takes him out, so maybe EG.IdrA doesn't want Stephano to get into his base. The 3rd base now finishing for both players. And now EG.IdrA going to be trying to run these lings in, or maybe just trying to play mind games with Stephano, just running these lings all around the sides of the base, trying to just distract Stephano, get in here. If he runs the lings back and forth enough time between the overlords, Stephano may lose track of how many lings EG.IdrA has, and just get kind of scared, as EG.IdrA now going to be moving back, but I'm almost positive he will be moving also back and forth constantly, just forcing Stephano to be a little bit distracted. EG.IdrA going to be going for the macro hatch. He is now going to be coming in with the Overseer, dropping a changeling, going to get a complete scout on everything. And going to be leaving the one ling right by the mineral line, or the gases. The Overseer may go down. Oh my god, yes, the Overseer does go down. EG.IdrA no longer has vision of this area, so he cannot see if Stephano moves out until Stephano gets right here. Doesn't have vision here, and doesn't have vision of this washout, while Stephano, again, just look at his overlords, but EG.IdrA going to be running these lings, but Stephano does see that, just pulling 3 roaches to deal with those, while EG.IdrA, his vision, very limited. Actually, wait. Oh no, I'm in Stephano's vision right now. Yeah, EG.IdrA has the watchtower, so he doesn't need the overlord there with the watchtower, but he now will lose that watchtower. EG.IdrA has 1 ling on patrol between the 3rd and 6th base. Stephano would be taking, or the 4th and 6th. These 2 bases. That's all that's important. He has things running between those. And now I'm going to be just putting his roaches back and forth. You can see Stephano is building roaches, not drones, every time EG.IdrA does this. But EG.IdrA just powering roaches right now. Both players are at, EG.IdrA actually at 76 drones, while Stephano at 62. The supply is even. Now EG.IdrA is going to engage those lings, or Stephano is going to engage them. And he is trying to move around the side of the map. His roach speed now just finishing. He is at 1-0 upgrades, getting 1 armor and a +2 missile. Almost done on +2 missile. EG.IdrA only has +1 armor, and his upgrades slightly behind. His armor is now EG.IdrA only has +1 attack. His armor has now just started, and his +2 has just started, while Stephano's is finishing for his missile and started +2 armor. And Stephano also going to be going for tunneling claws. EG.IdrA going to start and creep spread with his overlords. Now Stephano wants to move in. Again, EG.IdRA's vision is, well, he got the watchtower yet again, so he has decent vision. He can see Stephano doing this and has vision of this one watchtower. So where he doesn't have overlords, at least he is controlling the watchtower. Stephano not doing the best job at that. And now Stephano is going in for the attack, but at the same time, EG.IdRA going to try a run by. There is a clean and a few banelings here. The engagement now about to go on. Stephano going to be doing a run by at the same time of this engagement. And that run by may be doing a lot of damage going into the working kill tab. You see, 2 before that. And I'm not exactly sure what he's attacking, but I can't really look at the Hydra's now going to be moving back. And it looks like the Roaches will be retreating, going over here. The Roaches for EG.IdrA going down to those lanes, but has lost now 15 workers. So that is definitely a big deal. Going to this worker tab, it is 63 to 68. And now Roaches for Stephano are going to be coming in to target down this one hatch. EG.IdrA hit all his units now going to be coming in. But his Roach is just sitting here. He's a little bit slow. Why aren't you going, EG.IdrA? Oh my god, Stephano is going. EG.IdrA just trying to go in for the counterattack, it looks like. But EG.IdrA is going to be losing his third base, and that is not good. But Stephano is going to just burrow his Roaches. EG.IdrA doesn't have any form of detection, so Stephano was about to lose a lot of Roaches. But he just burrows them and does have burrow movement. EG.IdrA deciding, oh my god, it may not be a good time to attack right now. But he is still somehow ahead in supply. 176 supply to 156. And after this game, I will be pulling up SC2 gears. Let me try and doing that a little bit more after games, just looking at the creep injects, especially in ZVZ. And now we have EG.IdrA just going to be leaving a few Roaches here, as Stephano has shown he loves to do run-bys. EG.IdrA does have a creep highway down, so his Hydras are fairly mobile. They're still slow hopping between the creeps, and now EG.IdrA going to be taking out Overlord. That does turn Stephano's supply upside down, and Stephano already out of that, so very good on that. EG.IdrA going to be attacking these few Roaches. The Roaches do run away, and now EG.IdrA going to be going into attack here, but Stephano has a lot of spine clothes, gets a great concave, and running back in with those few Roaches. EG.IdrA in a lot of trouble, as Stephano has a complete surround almost, and the main problem with Roaches is they just have short range. They can't all attack, but Stephano had such a good concave, all his Roaches could attack. The benefit for those Hydras was pretty much taken out. Going into the supply, you still see 173 versus 174, but let's look at this. Stephano has more Roaches than EG.IdrA building, and his units right now, after they clean this up, they will be able to burrow, re-heal. So that is a plus. Now let's go look around the map. EG.IdrA doesn't have a hatch right, well, that was building. Let's just go back a second. Go just before the GG so we can see how far along that hatch was. Oh my god. Take it off faster times 8. There we go. I feel like I'm at the gas station trying to get exactly like $20 of gas right now. There we go. Ooh, 1659, 1660. So his hatch was about halfway. He does, let's see, where's his queens? He only has 2 queens. He does have a macro hatch. That third queen just about done. He is behind in the upgrade race. So he is definitely going to be behind after this, but I don't think it was over. However, that is what EG.IdrA is known for. Whenever he gets behind and doesn't want to play it out, well, Stephano also has this one macro hatch. So he probably would have lost this game, especially because the supply looks even right now, but this force will be decimated, and that's why I'm not taking it into consideration. Stephano will barely lose anything right here, and EG.IdrA will lose a lot of his supply. Let's see, each Roach is 2, that is 15, 30 supply right there. Hydras are 2, that looks like it is 28, so about 50 supply for both players in this one. Oh no, Stephano has way more. Oh my god, that's a lot of units. So Stephano definitely going to be winning this engagement single-handedly, and then EG.IdrA wouldn't have much supply lead. So EG.IdrA definitely lost that game. I don't think there was any coming back from that. So EG.IdrA was in the right mind to GG. Hopefully you enjoyed that game, and as promised, I'm not going to forget this time. Let's look at SC2 gears. Give me just 1 minute to pull that up. And it's actually not loaded, but it only takes a second, so stay with me. Aw, that's not it. Move screen region. There we go. Bam. So let's go into my replay folder. Replay search, add folder, StarCraft. Yep. Replays, multiplayer, open, install, dream. Oh no. Kale. There we go. Which one's Metalopolis? This one. Here's Metal. Double check I was right. Yep, this one's Metalopolis. And you can see the EAPM for EG.IdrA slightly behind EG.IdrA, slightly behind Stephano, 193 to 179. Again, APM doesn't mean everything. Here's what really will matter: the injecting. So we have a average gap for EG.IdrA, 12.8 seconds. Stephano, 11.2 seconds. Spawning ratio, 57%, 71% for Stephano. So Stephano definitely bested EG.IdrA in the terms of macro mechanics, which is definitely surprising because EG.IdrA known for his macro. And let's go to replay search. Let's look at the other game. Here's the first game I casted: 61%, 66%, 10.8, and 14. So EG.IdrA this game had a better inject spread, but Stephano just had a better spawning ratio, which I don't know exactly what spawning ratio means. Maybe someone in the comments can tell me so I can make sense of this. I will be doing more research in this. So after games, we can kind of do analysis. It looks like EG.IdrA, maybe his spawning ratio was down. Yeah, it was down because he had a macro hatch, and that's why his spawning ratio is definitely lower. And the interesting thing is, this is the game that Stephano had like 16 queens out, and he still missed injects. Well, EG.IdrA was still on time with everything. Just look at this blue. Almost a solid thing. And Stephano, this game, his blue, or his red, so solid at points. So hopefully you enjoy that. If you want to see more SC2 gears after games, I can go into other tabs and just start explaining things more. But if you want to see that, definitely let me know, and I'll try to do after game analysis if that's what you guys like. I have been looking at my YouTube retention rate, and after the game ends, it goes straight down. People don't like to stick around, so I'm not sure how many people like this. So if you like it, let me know. And of course, always subscribe to me if you don't subscribe already. Helps me out so much. Also, check out sc2casts.com, C-A-S-T-S, that is plural, and upvote all my stuff. Also, upvote other games. I know Total Biscuit goes there quite a bit. Duckville LOL goes there. Very good casters on that site. Also, I'm on there quite often. Every single day, upload one video. Subscribe. Take care, guys, and I will see you around.